Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9, verse 10. O send her out of thy holy heavens, and from the throne of thy glory, that being present she may labor with me, that I may know what is pleasing unto thee. Call Loyum La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Recha, Kodash. Double honor be unto the head elders, the apostles of Great Millstone, who has cultivated us through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai in the learning of the knowledge of this truth. Shalom to you, Akim, and few Akwathium here and abroad who believe in this truth and sincerity. It's the brother Yar Zayon, and Lord willing, you'll be edified. I want to talk about, briefly, Lord willing, all right, being more spiritual than carnal, and more so to the newer followers and believers. All right, for you brothers and sisters, man. You know, you see, this world has taught us to be more carnal than spiritual, and that's where we are all messed up at, man. This is where we find ourselves always lacking. We find ourselves with more questions than answers. We find ourselves more, all right, I don't even really know the word. The words is not coming to me right now to explain, but we find ourselves less fulfilled. It's because being carnal, man. The carnal impulses that drove us to have more pain, than pleasure. The pleasure is really with being spiritual rather than carnal. Hopefully that's making sense. And Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9, verse 10, is speaking about wisdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So it says again, O send her out of thy holy heavens, and from the throne of thy glory, that being present she may labor with me, that I may know what is pleasing unto thee. See? Pleasing unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And we read in the scriptures and we come to understand that the Lord does not look as man looks on the outward appearance. He looks on the inward, and his thoughts are not our thoughts. His ways are not our ways. His ways are way above our ways. Even our time frame is nowhere near the grandeur of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. So I say this as an exhortation. This is where your mind, your heart should be at. All right? Seeking to be more spiritual than anything, because the carnal way has done nothing but bring us further and further into a place that is not beneficial for us, man. Verse 11. For she knoweth and understandeth all things. All right, and you notice how it says it's referring to it as a she, because it's when you go into the etymology of wisdom, the etymology of wisdom, the word is Sophia, which is a female name. Okay, so that's the kind of energy, which I'll go back to Elder Paza Gabar's point about this being, being ravished with this woman. This is the first love, man. All right, she knoweth and understandeth all things, and she shall lead me soberly in my doings, and preserve me in her power. So shall my works be acceptable. And then shall I judge thy people righteously and be worthy to sit in my father's seat. Right. Which, this is King Solomon. Right. And this is what he's saying regarding the throne, taking on the throne. All right. And continuing the legacy of David, so to speak, you know. Verse 12, so shall my, verse 13, for what man is he that can know the counsel of the Most High, or who can think what the will of the Lord is? For the thoughts of mortal men are miserable, and our devices are but uncertain. So this is giving insight to your own, you know, understanding, leading unto your own understanding, man. That's not the way, man. Our way, the way that we've been taught here in Babylon the Great was not the way, man. Because it's uncertain. The devices are uncertain. All right. For the corruptible body presseth down the soul, and the earthy tabernacle weigheth down the mind that museth upon many things. And what is this? This is pretty much an embodiment of Galatians chapter 5 verse 17, where it says, for the spirit lusteth against the flesh, and the flesh against the spirit, and these are contrary one to the other, so that you cannot do the things that you would. All right. See, we're in a predicament where Yahweh Bashim and Shai is making plain to us, all right, the way to be, and that's not carnal, it's spiritual, man. And being carnal leads to detrimental repercussions, man. Verse 16, and hardly do we guess aright at things that are upon earth, and with labor do we find the things that are before us, but the things that are in heaven who have searched out, and thy counsel who have known, except thou give wisdom, and send thy Holy Spirit from above. You know, Rakha Chodash. For so the ways of them which lived on the earth were reformed, and men were taught the things that are pleasing unto thee, and were saved through wisdom. And that's where you want to find yourself, all right, at the end of it all, man. Of this all, man. This walk. We want to find ourselves on the chariot of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai being delivered, man. So be spiritual. Pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to be more spiritual, because the carnal way has gotten us nothing but pain and sorrow, all right, and regret, you know, and things that are not profitable, all right? So hopefully this is edifying. Till next one, Lord willing. Shalom.